That's why you're the guitar player.
He's lying.
Okay, so you've been the
I'm
bass
actually
player.
the singer. He's the guitarist.
I'm the bass player.
Yeah, that's Dobby right there.
That's it. Right there.
Okay, Sid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, how long have you guys been working on this?
The EP, honestly, we've been sitting on it.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Obviously.
Why are you sitting on things?
Or they all said.
Oh,
to be inclusive.
she? Okay.
So we've been sitting on this EP. I don't know. It just mentally was a very taxing EP for me to write.
Yes, but the songs are ancient. They're actually 2 years old.
They're 2 years old
at the time of this video.
At the time of this video, actually 3 at the time of this video.
Almost 3.
Almost 3.
So, besides the EP, when did you guys, meet up? Like, how did you guys get into contact with each other for the first time?
It's actually through my best friend that is gone now.
Unfortunately, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But that's how we met, and
yeah.
It didn't really vibe at first. I looked at him and I'm like, who the fuck did this guy?
One of these, fuck this guy.
And then when she made us talk,
and then
she was like sleeping with sirens, and
then
she
was
walked
like,
away.
What? And it was like, oh, you listen to sleep with sirens?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
And that's the story.
And that's kind of the story right there.
So, when did you guys start wanting to actually work on music together?
It's a funny story about that. When I first met him, he took me to his little studio with this other band,
Worked on so many girls before that.
Yeah, right? And he brought me in and he told me that he wanted me,
Yeah.
as a guitarist,
He wanted you.
And then the next day he was like, nah, fam, we good. We have what we need. And then a year passed by and then he was like, I need your skills, brother.
Yeah.
And I showed him my YouTube videos because I was doing covers, like bass, drums, guitar, like the entire instrumental. So when he heard that, he was like, you can write actual songs by yourself without anybody. He's like, let's make some music.
So for you, when did you start working on stuff yourself?
Like myself?
Like before you did stuff with him, like music-wise, what got you?
I was just doing covers.
He was doing covers. He was a cover artist, and the first song that he actually wrote all the instrumentals himself was "Nails to a Coffin," which is also on Spotify. That's the first song he.
What
ever
is it under
songwriting.
for people to know?
Huh?
What is it under for people to know?
Under Sano, and then US.
Yeah, Sano. Nails to the Coffin, right?
Nails to the Coffin, yeah.
Do any of your old videos still up on YouTube? You do your covers?
Yes, actually. Okay. But these covers are like from movies, from like anime movies.
He does anime movie covers, which is fucking dope.
And the songs are so old and so shit quality that you can barely hear the kick drum. So I was like, you know what?
You're like, I'm not gonna tell people about this.
No. That's why
That's why he does the covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can hear everything. Skull Kid 916, check it out. But
anyways.
Marketing
shit.
And as for you, Sid, where did you start out when you started doing this? Like, how long ago? What got you into wanting to make music?
Weirdly enough, I was gonna quit music after my other band didn't work out, and I had a song on me, and I was just listening to it, and it was called "The Gift." That's also out. But I kind of had somebody in my corner that I was working with, J Will. Shout out to J Will. She's in an amazing cover band called Narbage. And she was like, "You should do music again." And then I was like, yeah, maybe I should. And then I found him. And I was like, let's write all these songs.
We connected. Yeah. He messaged me. I remember. He messaged me, and I was just like, yes. I mean, now that I can do this, and it's like how he's always saying that he's kind of like the brainchild or like the person who's guiding me, right? Because even though I'm doing all these covers and I know what to do in like the DAW that I'm using, the workstation, I never written a song, from
never
scratch,
incorporated
never like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just very new to me. I was very nervous, especially since at the time he just listened to a bunch of happy music, and I'm like, me and him are opposites. You know,
Oh, I
we're
didn't listen to a
literally
bunch of happy
opposites.
music. I just wanted to write.
Happy sounding music.
Yeah, I
You
just
know.
well, because I just think that like if I write really dark lyrics, at least because at the time I was listening to a lot of pop punk and a lot of swancore.
Yeah, more like he's hot and I'm cold. You know.
Yeah.
So it was just two different. We're mixing our worlds together. So it was just very
Lukewarm.
new.
Do you feel like
No,
that?
no.
Do you
People
feel
are
like that
working at it
affects your
more.
guys' sound as a band?
Moist.
Huh?
Do you feel like that affects your sound as a band? Like what inspires you to work the way you
Almost
do?
definitely.
No, not
Man,
anymore.
you're crazy.
No, no.
No, in the beginning it was hard though.
Yeah, in the beginning it was hard, but like not anymore because a lot of the newer songs we're currently writing are very up and down. Whether we choose them to be like very happy sounding or sad sounding, some of them are even
Yeah, we kind of found
weirdly
our
dark.
middle ground.
Yeah, we found a middle ground,
Hmm.
and that's kind of like how I like it. It's very progressive rock, but it's like we made a conscious step to be a little heavier and or not very much like heavier, but better songwriting, better writing, challenging ourselves as vocalists and as musicians, and just in a better sense of self. Because as a person writing this record, I personally was battling demons, and this is kind of like me writing music without being in a drunk state of mind or like a state of mind that's unconscious, kind of. So
Hmm.
basically, and then now it's like I fell out for the EP. I kind of fell out of love with heavy music, and I like doing adjacent to heavy music or adjacent to like what the music was, and now I kind of like
So more clean lyrics compared to the heavier stuff.
yeah, but then sometimes I would just like streams, but I just did not want to do it myself. But now for this record, it's more of him and I working together on streaming and then like harmonizing, and then we also do like I'll do like some songs with all singing. I'll do there's a song that we have like 90% screaming while there's barely any clean vocals. There's songs that have all singing and but they're heavy. And yeah, I just
Kind of happy.
kind of heavy. Well,
Just a
some of
little
them are
bit.
drop A, some of them are drop D, some of them are drop B.
One of them is a drop B. Our tunings are like drop C, drop B, drop D, drop A sharp.
Drop F,
Yeah.
double F.
No, actually, no. It's the double drop C. That's the heaviest song we have, and that song is actually heavy. Yeah,
Okay.
which I think you guys heard already.
Yeah.
This generation, that's what it was called.
PM, this generation.
And AM too was a little bit heavy.
Yeah, AM is the swan song in the EP.
For you guys personally, what do you think is going to be the most standout song of your EP?
Uh, personally,
Because I know everyone's like their favorite child of all their songs, kind of thing. But you know,
my interesting enough, my favorite child per se in the EP was actually my least favorite instrumental. He wrote a really happy instrumental. His Life Comes and Goes, and I actually didn't like it at first. Like I liked it, but I just couldn't think of anything to write for it. And then I kind of went on a weird spiral of drinking, and then I ended up writing lyrics. And yeah, that's how that song came out to be. And then, but then there's other songs that I hold dear on this EP.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I think honestly, I think they're all like they all have the potential. I can't really say which one is gonna be the one that people are gonna like the most. It's like I don't know. I showed love the same love to all the songs, so I'm just like
I I know which one is the one people are gonna like the most, but like we're gonna hate it personally.
Don't say it. Don't jinx us right now.
I'm gonna jinx it. It's called Born Out of Love.
Dude, that song sucks. Dude.
No, we just wrote it and we're like, we're gonna write the coolest song, and then it kind of is just weird because it's like, oh, how do we play this live? This is like something else. So it's really cool parts. It's gonna be energetic. It's very like if you're a fan of like DGD and Makari and weird, cool swan chorus.
It just sounds really weird.
Yeah.
But cool, but really weird.
And if you and fans of breakdowns,
Dude, I fucking hate that breakdown. It's just, oh gosh.
So, what group of people do you think would be more into your band when it comes to the scene of like music wise?
uh, you know, it's gonna be weird to say because from the EP standpoint, I know there's gonna be a lot of like love from like the indie listeners to like the people that listen to like jazz and post hardcore or like stuff like Jason to it, like fans of like the home team, Makari, as I said, and like Dance Kind of Dance or like Issues. But then for the record, we're just like we just wanted to write for us and not really for the fans. Like there's still some songs that are very much still hold the same sound as the EP, but the songs together as a collective, I think are a lot heavier and they're more like both of our worlds and kind of like my enjoyment to heavy music. And it was like this is what I want to hear in heavy music rather than following a trend. But you know, it's still modern. Like some stuff that I've like been a fan of, where I'm like, I want to incorporate that. But
Okay.
I think there's gonna be a lot of new fans and new faces.
My answer is kind of similar. Basically, it's just we don't have a target audience. We don't have. We're not trying to target just certain people. It's just whoever listens to it and likes it.
Whoever enjoys it.
That's why I'm saying it with the last question. It's like all the songs were shown the same love, so it really depends on the listener if they like the song or not.
Yeah, every song lyrically is different for the EP and the record. Some of them are for the record are more like fun, and some of them are more anthematic. While some are just really dark and gritty and just being just the human experience and also the experience of life itself, like the struggles, the trials, tribulations, redemption, being lost, being found. Uh, yeah.
Okay. So, for you and your guitar work, how do you like think about it when you're going through it?
I literally just play out what I like. Like I'm just feeling like I'm messing around with it. I'm just playing something random.
And then I'll be like, I like that.
Not really, kind of, but not really. But kind of, yeah. At the same time, like it depends on what I'm playing. But I just start playing something else that I like. And I try to play it like until I hear a melody that I like. Then I'll record it. Then I'll play that same thing again, but try to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll have like 6 tracks with the same melody, but they're not the same melody at the same time. And if I like that first track, that first little part that I played, I'll keep that and I'll look at the second track. If there's anything I like, from that little piece, I'll take it. So basically, by the end of it, I cut it into pieces. I put those pieces together, and that's the ultimate.
He's done a couple of rewrites like that where some of these songs sound like different songs. And then if you like put
That's
that
just-
same melody line that like he had but played differently, it would sound like a whole different song.
Yeah, it's just one of my methods, but that's the one I like the most because it pushes me to like be like, oh, I know I could do this better, and like I keep pushing and pushing
Yeah.
and pushing. Not in the perspective of a perfectionist, but just like in the sense of like I like the challenge.
Yeah.
And the every time you write a new song, there's always improvement. Always like
Oh yeah.
it's never going down; it's always going up.
With each song you make, of course, you're going to be, thinking, what can I do better to make it even higher, to make it more of a, a scene, where everyone's going to be like, hey, that's crazy. and just be
Yeah.
like each album's gonna be better than the last one.
Yeah, yeah. That's
True.
kind of the yeah.
So for performances wise, what is your like goal? Like where do you would you like to see yourself in like venues? What's your big goal you're trying to get to?
I just like playing shows, but it'd be cool to be on like aftershock or something.
I don't even like
I don't really
care.
have. Yeah, I don't really care.
It's
How
like if we
people-
get there, we get there. It's kind of
Yeah.
As
like
long as you have a following, listeners.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's not to like make it there. That would be like
That like
okay, this is kind of crazy.
we're
Now,
just
but
we're just trying to reach certain goals at certain times.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, we're a very free flow band.
Yeah.
We're very
So
chill like that.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's when we put our hands in our pocket, and we always wear gray sweaters, some blue pants. I like that chill guy.
That chill guy.
and with you said, how is it when your vocals? What do you try to make it most in? Like building it up.
Interesting enough, there's certain things I like trying. I'm very influenced by different vocalists and different kind of artists, and a lot of the artists I'm influenced are very outside the scene.
He loves Johnny Craig.
Oh no,
He loves Johnny Craig,
Oh,
especially
he
his
loves
style.
him.
I love his melodies, but like a lot of like his influences, I have the same like Boys to Men, Usher. Weirdly enough, a new influence that kind of stuck with me was Brandy. And if anyone doesn't know, that's Ray J's sister. 90s R&B. But yeah, and then also like we've written a couple songs where they've been more vocally driven. I mean, I pull from a lot of different vocalists. Uh, Scream wise, mainly like Spencer from Under Oath, or like Kyle from who used to be in Breathe Carolina. A lot of different vocalists that I like listen to recently, and just yeah. And then singing wise, it's a lot of R&B vocals, but I listen to a lot of like pop punk, so it'll be like R&B mixed with a little bit of pop punk here and there, like the Home Team, Fall Out Boy, kind of like esque soul stuff, Johnny Craig to like Issues, Dance Gavin Dance kind of stuff, Idola, um, but then outside of like that, I'll be listening to like The Weeknd, Michael Barr, Chase Atlantic, just pop stuff, but it's like contemporary pop or alternative pop or like folk or something. Um, I'm just kind of dabble with everything, and then I find a middle ground of what I want my song to sound like. And I think there's two or three songs that we wrote that I wrote a vocal top line to, and then he wrote around it, and then we had collabs with some other guitars players and some other musicians to like ride around. So it's a cool record. It's gonna be a cool, dope record. I can't wait for those songs to be done, and I'm excited.
So when can people expect a full length album after your EP?
I have no idea, but we might drop a lot of singles because that is the thing right now.
Yeah, a lot of bands do that.
A lot of people love consuming like very quickly. So
Yeah. Okay. So for you guys, what is their like expectation of like if people meet you and like how do you would you like people to treat you when it comes to seeing you at concerts and stuff like that? Because some people might be a little too much. Are you guys good with that, or do you prefer people just talking to you and like be calm
I'm gonna
about
be
it?
in the shadows the whole
he's
time.
gonna be in the shadows. I'm probably gonna be.
Like I said, right? He's red, I'm blue, right? Bro, active.
I'll
I'm
be
on the
actively
corner.
talking to people. It'll be cool, but I'm just. I'll probably be, but and if anything, I'll be working. usually just work or yeah, I like talking to people. One of my big things, if anything, is the very one-on-one conversations I have with people. I love doing that. I kind of struggle with some anxiety issues when I talk with multiple people because sometimes I tend to unawarely ignore people and I just don't realize it. So I'm kind of bad. So I come off as kind of an asshole at times, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry, and I'm just being distracted. It's like I have ADHD. I'm doing my best, but yeah. But he will be in the shadows
I'll be in the
watching.
shadows. Yeah. I
Watching.
mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
people,
not
it's
that
like
creepy.
creepy.
Just like
It's not like
No, not
creepy.
creepy. No.
But just watching,
I'm
like
just chilling, you
he's
know,
just
like
chilling. He's just trying to smoke some weed and
and yeah,
chill out.
I'm like unless I fuck with you, I'll socialize, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But like if not, then I'm just gonna be there, just like
Hmm. Okay, so for you, what would you be saying to someone to inspire them to want to start doing guitar?
oh my god. Honestly, like, well, if you wanna pick up the guitar, then that's already a sign to start playing, you know. And if you have like the money, I guess, because some people won't even consider buying a guitar once they see like it's like $100 or more. They're just like, that's stupid, you know. So don't let that like make you want to stop like getting a guitar.
So
But yeah, that yeah.
yeah, so for advice wise, to push them if they don't want to give up on it, because you know that feeling like you like it's too much. I can't go into it. If people you think that it's worth it, would you
Oh,
like how to push it?
it's so worth it because it's like it's very therapeutic and also it's like a skill, you know. It's like in the beginning, yeah, it's gonna be bad, but then like the more you play, like the better you get, and then you're just like, whoa, like I'm playing these songs, and when you start leveling up, when you hit a certain point where you're playing like lead or you're playing rhythm really fast, or you're playing something really complicated, it's just like a massive satisfaction, you know. You also get like respect, you know. You get like attention, I guess, you know, like it's all things that'll help you in your life become better, you know. So that's the reason why you should play guitar. It's a bitch, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But
It's a
well
bitch.
worth it, right?
Well, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. I'm not even kidding. It is so fucking worth it.
So for you, did you ever have moments where you're like, I don't want to keep doing this,
Keep playing guitar. Keep making music.
playing the guitar?
Oh yeah, the when I would hit uh, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, you do something so much, and then like you hit a point where you
Kind of
just
like drawler's block.
no, not that. It's like what the heck is the word? It's like a block in the road.
Hmm.
You stumbled upon a new technique that you just can't get down. Like when because in the beginners are playing like rhythm guitar, or they're playing finger style, right?
Yeah.
But like once you start playing things faster or things that are more complicated, that's when it's just uh, so annoying. Oh,
So
huh?
what did you do to push yourself to get past it though?
What I did to push myself was I would stop playing for like a month or more, and then I would come back to it, and somehow I'd be even better. It's weirdly enough, yeah.
Hmm.
I guess it's just like in Dragon Ball when you get your ass beat, and then you have to wait to heal,
Yeah,
but you
Zenkai
come
boost.
back and you come back like stronger. You know, like that's how that is. At least for me, my experience. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah.
That's good for to know. So for you, Sid, what would you say to inspire somebody to become a singer?
Oh, um, don't quit. Keep trying. I grinded. It's really hard. Just try to find your voice and try not to like imitate too many people because then you get lost in what you want to sound like and make sure you're happy and comfortable with sounding like you, but obviously push yourself to be a well-rounded singer and a well-rounded individual. Uh,
So, for advice for someone, if like let's say they have a struggle and they're like they feel like they can't keep going, what would you tell them to help them push them through to keep going forward?
for singing,
Yes.
quit. No, I'm just kidding. Take lessons. There's hella really good singers that I know, especially in Sacramento, that are very good at teaching singing lessons and take singing lessons, keep progressing, and don't give up because you can find your own sound.
Mm. I think that was the stop on that.
Hell yeah.
Well,
But
I guess that
all right.
should be.
So, any last words you guys like to say to people?
Um, don't ever
Ever
let.
let
Um,
the haters bring you down.
yes, exactly that.
Oh man.
Any kind of hater.
Any
Any person who's trying to ruin your fucking name. I hate
or
those kind of people.
or your reputation or whatever.
Your name, your reputation, just people who aren't shit.
All right.
Fuck you, people who aren't shit.
So your EP drops March 10th,
May 10th.
May 10th. All right. So till next
You
time,
dropped her
guys.
album already in March.
That was on the dark
No, I
web.
know that was a joke.
That was on the dark web.
That was their only toes.
Only
All right. Bye. For next time, peace.